Good morning. It's Thursday, April 16, 2024, and it's yet another time for another edition of the program Inside Nigeria. My name is Winifred Gebo, your host on the program. Inside Nigeria is a breakfast show on leadership television where we review front headline stories on some selected national newspapers, including Nigeria's most influential leadership. As usual on the program, we like to flag off with leadership in Nigeria's influential. Let's see what leadership is offering today on its cover page. Leadership's main headline story says plot to remove Ganduje, Damagum, Thickens. Plot to remove Ganduje, Damagum, Thickens. North Central intensifies lobby for chairman position in APC PDP. Drama in Kano over Ganduje's suspension in court. Wike camp splits ahead of PDP neck. State chairman vow to resist any move outside party's constitution. And of course, we have the picture beneath that headline story with a picture of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, FCT Minister Nixon Wike, Chief of Staff to the President Femi Gbajàbíàmílà, and APC National Chairman, the man whose main story is all about today, Abdullahi Ganduje, during the president's arrival in Abuja after Salah holidays. Welcome back, Mr. President. Of course, we want to see what other stories are also saying on that same cover of leadership. How we rescue 22 Zamfara students, Zamfara varsity students, staff, NSA. Yoruba Nation agitation, act of terrorism, says Oyo government. Yoruba Nation agitation, act of terrorism, says Oyo government. Israel weighs options to retaliate after Iran attack. Sentiments reforms push naira value to 1,136 naira per dollar. Defend Tinubu or quit office, Matawale tells northern appointees. Defend Tinubu or quit office, Matawale tells northern appointees. And of course, on the business bourse, inflation defies stronger naira, hits 33.2% on higher commodity prices. Inflation defies stronger naira, hits 33.2% on higher commodity prices. And above the masthead of leadership, Tinubu paying more for fuel subsidy, Air-5. Oromoni died of natural causes, parental negligence, according to the Corona released yesterday. And with that, we move to page 3 of leadership, where we have our stand. Our stand today is on tax before ECOWAS seized legislature. From our stand, we move to the back page of leadership. Guest column with Bola Tinubu for president. 10 years since Chibok, Nigeria will no longer pay the price. 10 years since Chibok, Nigeria will no longer pay the price. Of course, this same President Tinubu's article appeared in Newsweek. We want to read and see what the president is writing on 10 years since Chibok, Nigeria will no longer pay the price. And also for continuation of those headline stories is the editorial and inside stories. Log on to the website of leadership, www.leadership.ng. From leadership, we move to the Punch. Once headline story says is always still also on leadership main story. NWC members carpet Kano APC ward for suspending Ganduje. NWC members carpet Kano APC ward for suspending Ganduje. NNPP-led Kano government behind suspension in Kano stand. APC National Working Committee members insist. Ward cites $413,000 bribery case as reason for action. State executive nullifies suspension. Headline story today on the Punch newspaper. NWC members carpet Kano APC ward for suspending Ganduje. And the riders NNPP-led Kano government behind suspension. It cannot stand. APC National Working Committee members insist. Ward cites $413,000 bribery case as reason for action. State executive nullified suspension. Beneath that main headline story, vandalism worsens grid collapse as gas shortage slashes power supply. Testimony backlash. Dunamis apologizes as Abuja testifier meets a native wife. El-Rufai his Tinubu's critics says federal government still subsidizing fuel. And above, just beneath the masthead of the Punch, Nigeria's foreign direct investment fell by $19 billion in 10 years, says AU. And above the masthead of the Punch, state police law amendment may take 2 years. Nigeria nears 1,000 naira. Naira nears 1,000 naira to a dollar at parallel market. That's good news for Nigeria. Dangote modular refineries to pay naira for crude. These are the headline stories today on the Punch newspaper. Today, Tuesday, April 16, 2024. For continuation of these headline stories, inside stories, log on to the website of the Punch, www.punchng.com. From the Punch, we move to Vanguard newspaper, and of course, the Vanguard's main headline story today says more pressures on pockets as food inflation rises to 40%. More pressures on pockets as food inflation rises to 40%. High electricity tariff to drive further rise. Analysts. It's bad for businesses, not Chima. Small businesses could lose capital base as per the headline story today. More pressures on pockets as food inflation rises to 40%. Beside that, we have APC National Chair, drama as World Exco disowns Ganduje suspension. Network stand to be counted or resign. Matawale tells Tinubu's northern appointees, that is, Northern Elders Forum threat, stand to be counted or resign. Matawale tells Tinubu's northern appointees. And of course, the second main headline story on Vanguard today says Chibok, 1,680 more Nigerian school children abducted in 10 years. That is according to UNICEF. 1,680 more Nigerian school children abducted in 10 years. And the writer for the story says, set on special task force to rescue remaining 90 Chibok school girls, Clark tells Tinubu. Some of my ex-classmates now have 3 children each for insurgents, freed Chibok girl. The story runs on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper. Chibok, 1,680 more Nigerian school children abducted in 10 years. That is according to UNICEF. Beneath that, Nigeria grows oil reserves to 37.5 billion barrels. Governor Sule worries over rising cases of kidnappings. Western nations urge restraint as Israel war cabinet meets second time in less than 24 hours. Above the masthead of Vanguard, e-payment transactions rise 89% to 257.7 trillion naira in first quarter of 2024. While electricity power system collapsed 4 times in 2024. Okwama Amid lax powers to deny Obore Wori journalist access. Delta stakeholders Falana. Federal government still subsidizing petrol in trillions of naira, ex-governor El-Rufai. Of course, that concludes review of Vanguard newspaper's headline stories today, Tuesday, April 16, 2024. For continuation of these headline stories, log on to the website of Vanguard, www.vanguardngr.com. For Vanguard, we move to The Guardian. Of course, it's still the same inflation story gracing the cover of The Guardian today. Households groan over food prices as inflation defies interventions. Households groan over food prices as inflation defies interventions. Leveraging automation for prompt justice delivery system is the news analysis that runs on page 4 of The Guardian. Southwest leaders fought Oyo invasion as police parade 21 suspects. Federal government targets $15.7 trillion artificial intelligence market. War suspends Ganduje over alleged graft state chapter 6. Support Tinubu or quit, Matawale tells federal appointees from North. National grid suffers threat collapse, worsens 20 hours power target. Baker backslide jail for defiling neighbor's daughter. Court attributes Sylvester Oromoni's death to parents, doctors' negligence. The stories on page 7 of The Guardian newspaper. Of course, that concludes years of litigation between the parents of Sylvester Oromoni and the school, which is a School. BCDC orders soldiers to leave Bokos as death toll hits 30. Of course, with the news that runs on page 30 of The Guardian. One continuation of headline stories on The Guardian. Log on to the website of The Guardian newspaper, www.theguardian.ng. For The Guardian, we move to the last paper we have on our menu today, and that is THISDAY. THISDAY's newspaper says Naira appreciates to 7-month high, 1,000 Naira per dollar at parallel market. Inflation rose 33.2% in March. Naira appreciates to 7-month high, 1,000 Naira per dollar at parallel market. Inflation rose 33.2% in March. Rising food, commodities, energy prices responsible for surge in CPI. Food index hits 40.01%. Severe in Kogi, Bauchi, Kwara, others. Israeli response to Iran's retaliatory attack may be imminent, country's officials say. The story that runs on page 10 of the day. Israeli response to Iran's retaliatory attack may be imminent, country's officials say. In Cherry News, NSA announces release of remaining 22 Gusto University students. Says mass adoption of Nigerians never again, in quote. 10 years after Chibok, UNICEF seeks action to secure children's education. And of course, this day says see back page for President Tinubu's article in Newsweek. Above the masthead of this day, NUPROC announces addition of 1.087 billion barrels to Nigeria's crude oil reserves, 2.573 TCF to gas stock. Oil reserves to last 68.01 years, gas 97.99 years. Nigeria now holds 33% of Africa's total gas deposits. Commission sets new guidelines for domestic crude obligations to local refineries. Those are the headline stories today on THISDAY newspaper. For continuation of these headline stories, log on to the website of THISDAY, www.thisdaylive.com. And of course, also with that, we also conclude today's Inside Nigeria, your breakfast show on Leadership Television. Unfortunately, we don't have a guest right now to show more light on some other trending stories, but hopefully we have to get to another one in the next segment of the program. My name is Winifred Gebodo, and we're joining us on the same frequency for some news as we conclude. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last word.